So going into the new year, it was quite a common ask that I made a video going over my my setup that I use to game, to record, to edit, to basically live where I live where I spend most of my pathetic life. And I thought, yeah, that would be great fun, but in order to build up the suspense, I thought I'd go and find somewhere a bit benign, a bit completely unrelated to start the video. So here we are in a Tesco car park. I think that that's a pretty good place to start, don't you? Sat in Tesco, because why not? Before you're wondering, this is not my car. I stole it. I've got my criminal jacket on, so that's how you know it's true. So I thought I'd give a forewarning about my setup. It's good, but if you've got OCD, you're also going to have depression by the end of this video. So forewarning given. Alright, nice one. Now I suppose we go and we go take a look at this setup. What are you looking at, cocknose? Oh, do you want to come in? You want in? He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. It's a game too, isn't it? It is a game. It is a game. Yeah, finally. It's scratch his head eventually. Okay, home now. Now it's time to go take a look at the setup. Let's go! So in we go. Now ignore all this detritus, I'm obviously just not very tidy. It's where I sleep, where I've had many a filthy wank. This, however, is obviously what you guys care about. You don't really care about the rest of it. Please ignore the chair, it's getting on a bit. I need a new one. First and foremost, over here I've got my PlayStation with my television synced up. So that's how that's set up, and that's basically connected via an Elgato to this, which I'll show you in a moment. Over here we have the machine, the PC. We've got 3 monitors. I want to talk to you about this one in a moment, so definitely do not go anywhere. This one's the one that I primarily use to game often. This one, if I want to game in 4K, and it looks gorgeous. It's a stunning monitor, and oh god, I'm already talking about it. And here, this is like my chat monitor, things I use for Discord, for streams. So if I'm streaming, this is the one where I'm reading chat off of and responding to business emails and things. This is the monitor that I use as a primary, and this one for watching, for gaming at 4K on my own, for example, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Microphone wise, we're on a Rode NT, which is only a USB version, so it's not that spectacular. Getting on a bit. I've had it since 2016, I want to say, so I've had it for the best part of I've had it for 4 years, so I do need to replace this at some point. But it's the old reliable, does me good, and I really do love it, it's great. On the front of other microphones, I do have a couple of Blue Snowballs, and also somewhere a Blue Yeti, but I'm not a fan of the Blue Yeti at all, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Obviously, keyboard and mouse is probably whatever this is, and that is like an Asus Cerberus keyboard apparently. It's quite fun. With that button, you can turn the lights off and on again, and you can basically piss everyone off, and it's really fun. So I highly recommend getting one of these just so you can really fuck with someone's day. These headphones make my dick hard for capitalism. If there's one thing that you've probably noticed, it's that I have got 3 different model and size monitors here. The 2 down here are 1080p, but they're slightly different as far as the actual size is concerned. And this one is obviously massive, and that was sent to me by Bank. Again, we'll talk about it in a minute. So if you've got OCD, this will no doubt be sending you off. Like, it'll be sending your head west, and I sincerely apologise. Guess it works for me, you know. I don't really care much. Obviously, this is the piece that people want to know about. This is the PC that I use to game, to stream, to record, to edit, to render. Oh god, this machine is a beast. So, for those who do not know the specs, they're on my About page. However, I'm going to give you a rundown of them now. So, the processor it's running is an Intel Core i9-9900K, which is obviously a 9th gen processor, and it's pretty damn cool. I don't know quite what that heatsink is, but it's the same as, it's got the same logo on it as the graphics card, which is an NVIDIA RTX 2080 Ti, which is gorgeous. And the RAM, we've got 64 gigabytes of DDR4 3000 megahertz RAM in there as well. So that's pretty damn beautiful. And then that big brick at the bottom, that's the power supply, which is, I do believe, 1000 watts, which is pretty damn beautiful. I don't have any external hard drives fitted to this machine yet, but I've had no need for them, so I suppose that that's all that matters there. Over here you'll see where I have eaten my acoustic foam, which is fantastic. This stuff is good with audio compression and things in videos, and making sure that the sound doesn't bounce around as much in echo. So it's very useful, and yeah, obviously part of me thinks it tastes good as well, because I am one entire bar through, and then that. I'm working my way around. Eventually it'll look kind of like I've eaten a lot. This is a light, it kind of makes recording a bit nicer looking. Like the light, without the light, you can see like a dust particle effect thing going on in my webcam, and it doesn't look very nice at all. So the light is very important. It has like settings here where you can, oh shit, it has settings where you can adjust the brightness, where you can adjust the colour of it as well. Well, that's the brightness, sorry, and this is the colour. There you go, it's white now, and it's as bright as possible, and ooh, that's beautiful, isn't it? It really lights up the room. This is the webcam that I use to stream and record my my face with. It is a Logitech Brio. It supposedly records in 4K, but I don't think it does. Like, it cost me 200 quid. It's a good webcam, but it doesn't necessarily do what it says on the tin. However, it is a good webcam, and yeah, it's pretty damn nice. This is a biscuit in case I ever get hungry, and believe me, it's been here for years at this point, so I doubt that that'll ever happen. Obviously, I've got a couple of Xbox One game pads that I use to game with on PC. Like I like a good controller, you know. So I said I'd show you my Elgato, but it's down here caught up in an absolute clusterfuck of wires and things, so I think you can forgive me not doing that. But we all know what an Elgato looks like. It looks like a little thing that you press, no, just a little thing that you plug in, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. This is the biscuit cupboard. Inside you'll find biscuits. So let's talk about this fantastic bench monitor that they sent me. It's a gorgeous 32-inch 4K Ultra HD monitor. It does some awesome gaming business, and I'm absolutely, you know, in love with it. It's pretty damn great for gaming. It's good for watching videos on. It's good for watching films on. It's good to have something on in the background sometimes when you're writing a script or something, which I barely do, let's be honest. This is quite minimal along here. There's a speaker at the bottom as well, so obviously that pushes out audio, but this is very thin, so you don't see that. And oh god, dust everywhere, fucking hell. So I can't recommend this monitor enough. It's pretty damn awesome, and it really does sort of complete the setup a little bit. It makes it feel kind of like, well, I don't know, it makes it so I'm not just down here, you know, I've got a bit up here as well if I want it, and that's very useful. So now I'm making the full use of my vision here, and it's a bit slanted as well. That was one of the things that was by design when installing it. A lot of things we couldn't do, like you know, I probably wanted it to be a bit more, you know, up elevated. Unfortunately, the arm that we got with it the arm that we got separately from it but decided to put with it didn't quite go on. Didn't quite go that high, but it's fine. The slant is good because that way I'm not straining my eyes when I'm looking up as much, and I feel like that's important. So that's not a bad thing. And like I said, if you've got OCD, you're probably tying the knot about now, aren't you? Bluetooth headsets. I have so many of these that I could feed an African village with them. This is a bin. It is where rubbish goes. This is a fan that I use to cool the room because sometimes it can get quite hot. And it's a bit of a noisy bugger, but it's so nice. Like, ooh, yeah. Yeah, yes, I love it. It's great. It's pretty fantastic. It has different modes, like sleep, like timers. That's a police car. Please don't tell them I'm here. That might actually be an ambulance. Yeah, it is. Right. And then it's got like a sleep mode as well, which is also very nice. A bit quieter. Sometimes it makes weird noises, so I can't exactly use it when I'm streaming, when I'm recording, things like that. So unfortunately, goodbye. Yeah, this is basically my setup. On the floor it's a bit depressing, so I'm not going to show you that so much. But yeah, it's just a rather fancy little thing. Oh, that's not fancy at all, is it? This looks like it's come out of a slum, and I've used it to kill homeless people. But up here, yeah, it looks alright, and like I said, I've got an appetite for acoustic foam, chill. Yeah, set up and that. I don't know what else to say. Maybe I should just stop. So yeah, this is what I'm working with going into the fresh new year. I wanted to make this video towards the start, really, of the year, like, you know, in the opening few days, but I never got around to it, and people were asking for it then, and they sort of quieted down, like, you know, it's like, okay, I owe it to these people to get this done, so I did, so I got it done, here it is, here's the setup. If you're disappointed, then it's your own fault, because you asked for this. Yeah, obviously there'll be some improvements. I want to replace this chair, for example, it's a bit squeaky as well, so it needs to go. The general consensus, this chair needs to be thrown out the window. This will be replaced with something nice. Obviously, I want to replace the microphone. I want to redo the acoustic foam, if I'm being 100% honest. But there's a lot of things that, you know, I can't really do here necessarily. However, in the future, you know, like in a few years from now, for example, hopefully I'll be able to grip my own place, things like that, and then, you know, we'll be all right. I can move out of my mother's basement and be okay. Now, it's not actually a basement; it's a window there. We're on the first floor. So, yeah, it's fantastic. We are here in this lovely little setup that everyone hates, no doubt. Why did I bother? Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That would be super fantastic. And I suppose I will see you all very soon with another video at some point, hopefully. But till then, goodbye.